Hi guys, we have an impromptu video today because on this channel I like to ask you, the viewers, what type of brands you would like to see featured. Now I get requests from all over the world, but there is one in particular that is dominating the DMs and the comments section, and it's this, Slick Pete's Car Care. Now up until last month I'd never ever heard of it, but it was only due to the sheer demand of comments and DMs where people were saying, when are we going to see Slick Pete? And I was like, I don't even know who Slick Pete is. But anyway, I've gone into Halfords and I've gone and got some products. And the thing that amazes me about these is the quantity sizes that they come in and the prices that they're selling them for. So yesterday I was in Halfords and I was collecting some items for another video that I've got coming out. And as I was standing there at the till waiting, I was mesmerised by this display stand because it was very vibrant and colourful. But it wasn't necessarily just the colours that caught my attention, it was the ridiculous prices that they had on these large bottles. So I've got 3 1-litre bottles for the exterior. We've got wheel cleaner, spray wax, and a wash and wax. Now these are £4.90 each, and I thought surely that's got to be like, is this a half price special offer? But no, that is the genuine price. And then we got the snow foam, so I've got 2.5 litres for £9.70, which I think is remarkable. So I paid £24, 40p for 4 different exterior chemicals. I got 5.5 litres here. I think that's very good value for money. But the thing is, whenever we do these cheap car care brand challenges, we often find that most of them, a good 70%, are pretty pants, but occasionally we get the odd winner which slips through the net. Now with these, I don't know what to expect, but I am going to say this, I love the branding, it was very vibrant, it certainly caught my attention along with the pricing as well, but I just love the simplicity of the label. I don't get what the monkey's all about, but I'm guessing the monkey is Slick Pete, and it says Slick Pete approves. So if a monkey approves, it's got to be good. But when we look at the labels, everything is just so simple, it's not overcomplicated. And I think that's what people want these days. They just want no fuss, no mess, they just want to use a product, spray it on, wash it off, job done. And I think that's a really good approach to have because Halfords already have the advanced range and they know exactly the direction that they're going to be going for the real hardcore car cleaning enthusiasts. I just think for this, they're targeting the demon shine market, and I think in terms of branding, they've done a very good job.
For the past few months, I've been very unsure whether I should sell my car, so I've decided to keep it a little bit longer. And in that time it's got filthy, but I would say manageable for any cleaning product. As for Slick Pete's, they've got one goal in mind, and that's simplicity. In fact, the snow foam was so simple, it threw me off guard.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but despite this being 2.5 litres, this is ready to use. So normally when we get a snow foam and we get it in a 500ml bottle, we can dilute it down depending on how thick we want it and how we want it to perform. So normally it would be like 1 part chemical, 10 parts water. With this, they're recommending that you just put 300 mils in, which is normally around 1/3 to maybe half a foam cannon, depending on the size you have. So if it turns out it's not strong enough, I can't add anything else.
With the foam cannon topped up, I was ready to go.
The weather outside is very unpredictable. 1 minute we've got blue sky, the next minute it looks like it's about to hammer down with rain, so I'm going to try and do the best we can. But the first chemical that I'd like to use is this wheel cleaner. So this is a 2-in-1 formula, which means it's colour changing, it's a bit of a fallout remover and a wheel cleaner combined to give you the best results. The only worrying thing that I can say from this is when you use a pH neutral formula for things like your wheels, it's often not as strong as something like an alkaline or an acidic wheel cleaner. And because this is at the lower end of the scale, it's not going to be as concentrated, which means I don't think I'm going to have the highest of hopes for it. But you never know, it might surprise me.
I'm trying a few different combinations of wheel cleaning to see if I can get the best out of the cleaner. To start with, I'm working in the sunny side for a change. And all I want to do is initially spray the wheels, let them dwell, and then give them a rinse. The chemical itself was very watery, so there's a fair bit of runoff, but still we got some colour changing effect which shows it's working. Immediately after rinsing off the first spray, you could see the wheels cleaned up quite nicely as far as basic methods go. However, would method 2 perform any better? Now, just to be clear, this process is what Halfords or Slick Pete recommends, which involves spraying the wheels, allowing them to dwell, and then jumping straight in with a brush. The only thing is, I wouldn't say it felt much lubricated. However, in Slick Pete's defence, it did lift the dirt enough to make a difference. The only thing it really struggled with was removing any leftover residue from the previous tyre dressing which I had on there, which happened to be Halfords Advanced. But then again, I've known so many wheel cleaners to do the same, so it's still not a bad result, but I still think there's a better way to get the best out of this wheel cleaner.
Before, what I noticed was you've got to leave it on for about 3 to 5 minutes, but because it's not a gel formula, it wants to dry out quicker. So what they say is leave it on 3 to 5 minutes, then brush it, then rinse it off. But the problem is, because it is drying out so quickly, by the time you actually get to brushing it, you're trying to brush it on a wheel which is almost bone dry, which doesn't make sense. So I would say spray it on the wheels, leave it for about 3 minutes if you can, rinse it, spray it again, and then agitate with a brush, because once it's wet, it foams up so much better when you start agitating it with a brush, giving you better results. So you can clearly see where we've been now, and it's all foamed up nicely, so by the time we rinse this off, these wheels are going to look spotless. Because this is my last wheel that I'm working on, what I'm going to do is spray it, let it dwell, and then put some foam on top as an alternative method to see if we can make it any better.
I regretted spraying the wheels with foam because I got a slight clue as to how it would perform on the bodywork. Yes, it looked okay for a few seconds, but in no time at all, it was as good as gone. I rolled the car forwards and resprayed the alloys once more, and I have to say, as far as a basic wheel cleaner goes, using this for regular maintenance washes is definitely right up there in terms of what you're paying for. I do feel if you had severe brake dust on your alloys, then it would struggle, but it's not to say it's bad, I just think you would need something a little stronger. So it's a good start for Slick Pete, but would the positivity carry on? I'm jumping straight in with the snow foam as it was starting to get warm, as I was slightly dreading using the foam after seeing what happened with the wheels. Another concern was how much foam was required to use on the car. To get this small Audi covered, I had to work faster than normal.
There we go, that's it. So I've used 300 mils on the entire car, minus the couple of mils that I used on the wheel, and I wish it was a bit thicker.
Now, just to be clear, thicker foam doesn't mean better. It's all about getting the right consistency, but none of this will matter at all if it doesn't work.
Normally when I snow foam the car, we have foam which sits around for a good 24 hours, but in this case, I don't think it's going to be the same story. Looking at it, I can't see that it's actually done anything at all. I know we've got a very bright day out here, so I'll do my best to film so you can see what I mean. Now, the job of the snow foam is to break down the dirt, not completely remove it, which is fair enough. But in this case, I'm struggling to see the positives or even the point in it whatsoever.
It's time to try the wash and wax, and the first thing I noticed was just how watery it felt. So the biggest question is, will this be a Slick Pete or diluted Dave?
I'm lost for words. Why is that so weak? So you've got to put 40 mils of wash and wax in a 10-litre bucket. I've got 14 litres of water here and I use 60, and I still feel that I'm more than 60 short. It's just not doing anything. Look, nothing at all. I'm going to put another 60 mils in.
Adding more product was definitely the right thing to do because I finally got the results I was expecting.
So that's now 120 mils of wash and wax. So much better, isn't it? The irritating thing is, because it's quite warm out here today, the car's drying already, and as this is a wash and wax, there might be some added elements which may cause it to go streaky. Maybe.
Here's the problem, and it's not the wash and wax itself, it's the dilutions that don't make sense. And I know they want to make it appeal like it's good value for money, but even if I use 100 mils, that's still 10 washes and 49p per wash, which is still acceptable for most people. I just think the 40 mils for 10 litres wasn't enough. With the car rinsed off and back inside, I could get it dry.
I'm about to dry the car off, but I've got myself a little device that I would like to show you. This is the WolfBox MegaFlow 200. It's one of those portable turbo fans. You may have seen them doing the rounds on social media. Now, these are very handy to help assist with cleaning your car. And when I say cleaning, I mean drying the car and blasting out the dirt from the inside. But it's not just car cleaning these are good for. Let me show you some other things that this little blower can do.
Inside the box, you get 2 brushes, a selection of nozzles, a charging cable and a bag.
This feels really nice. I do like the rubber grips on it, and another positive thing is the batteries. You can replace these quite easily. You can charge them with a USB-C port, and they will give you up to 105 minutes of runtime.
To show you how powerful the MegaFlow 200 is, I wanted to see if it could blow up an airbed in under 15 seconds. This powerful blower comes in handy for blasting out the dirt from my keyboard, and when I'm finished cleaning my polishing pads, I can get them dry in no time at all. It even works wonders on my Ferrari.
Just like that. A few seconds later, fully pumped. If you like the look of one of these, I will leave a link in the description below where you can get your hands on one. Now, let's go back to the video because I think it's about time we try Slick Pete Spray Wax. It says that I need to just spray it on sparingly and then lightly buff off with a microfiber cloth. It does say a second dry cloth can be used to further buff the surface if required. So I'm wondering if you were to get carried away, would this be quite gloopy and smeary? I'm not so sure, but the fact they've put a recommendation on you need to spray lightly and you do need to follow up with a second cloth if required means that in the wrong hands, this could get very messy.
The spray wax is designed to be quick and easy, but I felt it a struggle for the cloths to glide over like they would with a quick detailer. It wasn't exactly effortless, and when I was looking up close, I could see, even after spraying it lightly, that there was the occasional streak.
Now, as much as I love ceramic detailers and quick detailers, anything that can just get the job done as fast as possible, I've never been a fan of spray waxes because they just feel different. When you're using a quick detailer or a ceramic detailer, you spray the surface and then instantly, when you're wiping it over with a cloth, it almost feels like it's effortless just to wipe away. With a spray wax, it kind of feels gloopy to the point it doesn't want to buff. So look, I've got my cloth here, and these are very good cloths, by the way, but it almost feels like it's a struggle to work with. So I've taken my second cloth, and granted it makes it a lot easier, but perhaps that is why they've put it on the label, just because they know that in the wrong hands, this could be a real problem.
I just feel the beginners want the simplest spray possible, and although the idea is there, I couldn't see how it could compete with the likes of the rival Demon Shine spray. The real strong point is the huge 1 litre bottle, which could make all the difference.
I would just like to show you something for a moment because this is Halfords Advanced Quick Detailer. You get 500 mils for £11, so you're getting half the volume for double the price and some on top. Now, you might look at this and say it's not very good value for money compared to the spray wax because you're getting a lot less. But my argument is the quality that's packed into this smaller bottle requires less work to spray on and buff off. You get a better finish as well. And I reckon if you were using that spray wax, I can see so many people getting carried away, taking advantage of the fact that yes, you get a lot in a bottle, so it seems perfectly acceptable just to waste it willy-nilly on the wheels and everything else. Whereas with this, I know exactly what I'm getting. 2 squirts will be plenty good enough for the bonnet, and I'm going to have a fantastic finish. Slick Pete's Car Care. It was a bit of a mixed bag. We had some chemicals I liked, others I just couldn't get on with. And I don't want to sound too over-dramatic, but I think we need to start with the negatives. The worst one for me had to be the snow foam. Now, on the shelves, it might look like excellent value for money, but it's only when you get into the nitty-gritty do you realise that it really isn't good value for money. 2.5 litres will cost you £9.70. That works out at £1.16 per wash. If you are going to use 300 mils, I just about got away with it with a small Audi TT. Anything bigger, you are going to have to work very quickly if you wanted to cover the entire car. So £1.16 per wash isn't great, but if we look at Halfords Advanced Snow Foam, this is far superior in every single way. Yes, it costs double the price at £20, but you get 25 washes and it costs 80p per wash. So if we think about it just for a moment, for you to get the same amount of washes with Slick Pete's as Halfords Advance, you're going to have to purchase 3 of these bottles, which means it's going to cost you around £30 to get the same amount of washes as Halfords High Performance Shampoo, which, like I said, is incredibly better in every single way. For me, it just makes sense. Spend £10 extra and go for the proper stuff. Right, that's the worst one out of the way with. I promise it all goes uphill from here. So the next one I want to look at is the spray wax. Now, I have to say, this has been targeted at being quick and easy to use. There's a few reasons why I'm not really on board with it, but I didn't hate it. Number one, you do need 2 cloths if you want to get around the entire car, because you just feel there's a few little marks, few little streaks that you may have to deal with, especially if you're out there in the direct sunlight. Another problem I found was having 1 litres in a spray bottle. I often found myself using 2 hands to navigate around the car, which wasn't good. So I just feel, personally, and I don't want to go back to Halfords Advance again, but here we are, 500 mils, I've got a spray, it's quick and easy to use, it gives me incredible results, better results in the spray wax, and you only need to use 1 cloth. It's just one of those things, isn't it? Do you spend £5 or £10? I think for me, I'd rather spend double, get the job done a lot quicker, and I think if anything, I'd use less chemical. Now, my second favourite was Slick Pete's Wash and Wax. Now, I haven't got a problem with this. I thought it was brilliant. The only thing I didn't really like about it was the dilutions on the back. So my best advice is go with your gut, put in as required, because 40 mils with 10 litres of water just simply wasn't good enough. Now, even if I use, let's say, triple the amount, it's still going to be good value for money. I'm going to have plenty left over. And at the end of the day, I think it does work pretty well. It's just those dilutions I wasn't happy with. Now, the last one that I absolutely loved was this wheel cleaner. Now, I'm not going to say that it broke down every single speck of dirt. That's not really the point of it. But as a go-between, a maintenance wash in between your deep cleans, this is perfectly acceptable. Now, if you're in the market for some affordable car cleaning products, or perhaps you'd like to see some more from the Halfords Advance range, then these 2 videos have got you covered.